welcome to Business Growth School for Service Providers podcast. I'm your host Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. Are you a dentist, realtor, lawyer, accountant? Do you provide services locally? Then this podcast is for you. Here we share strategies, tricks, and techniques on how to generate more leads and sales using online marketing. Join us every day for 5 minutes and take away strategies which you can apply in your business.
For our Business Growth School for Service Providers, I'm your host Ali Salman, and today we are talking about how to track your online marketing and basically how to track our ROI, like your leads, your conversions, and try to figure it out on how much are they costing you. I'm not talking about traffic, I'm not talking about impressions, I'm not talking about clicks, right? I'm talking about basically meat. It's exactly the good information when it comes to online marketing and the things you should know as a business owner or as a CMO or marketing expert in your business, all these matrix, right? So let's get started. The first one, and mind you that, right, majority of them are free or they're very, very cheap, right? Literally it's gonna cost you $2 to $3 to try them out. So let's get started, right? Number one is basically Google UTM. It's called Google UTM. So what it is? It's a tool by Google, and you can generate different links for your campaigns and sources. Right now, it's not about hey, I'm getting this much traffic from Twitter. You can exactly determine that which exact tweet is actually getting your traffic, right? Now it's not about hey, I inserted 5 links in the blog post and I don't know which ones are getting clicked. If you basically using UTM, you can assign a specific link and you can track that. So each and every click, right, how people are navigating on your website, within the blog post, you can track those links. You can track links pretty much everywhere. You can track links in your menu. You can track links in your footer. Not only that, you can track links outside your own property. So let's say with tweets, what Facebook a post is bringing you. Is it a paid ad? Is it organic post? Or is it Google Plus? Or is it LinkedIn? You can literally track to the T that what's getting you the conversion. And how you can do that? You can do that using Google UTM. There will be a link in the show notes which you guys go and check it out. Second one is called Google Analytics. Again, it's free, provided by Google. It has a module called goals, tracking your goals. And what does goals mean? Goal means that Google helps you track that when people come on your site, wherever they came from, how many of them are converting by taking a desired action. So let's say if you're an e-commerce store, of course, it's like people buy it from you. But if you're a service-based business, it could be a call. It could be filling out a form. It could be basically visiting, filling out a form and visiting a thank you page, right? Whatever consider goal in your business, whatever that entails to. It could be entails to when a user visits 15 pages, right? Okay, but predominantly for a local service provider, it's all about call, filling out a form, right? In most cases, and in those cases you can track those conversions in Google Analytics for free. So you can attribute that, okay, see, organic channel produce 7 leads for me, PPC channel produced 5 leads for me, social channel produced 3 leads. Now you know exactly what's happening. With UTM, Google UTM, now you know within social which exact post got you the most business, right? So now you start tracking literally to the T, to the point of where you found among 15 leads or 20 leads that customer who you end up converting, which was the first touch point with that customer. You can track that with Google UTM. And with Google Analytics, you can track your conversions with each and every channel. So let's move on to the third thing, which is called email tracking. Now, as soon as people come on your site, right, there are tools out there, free tools out there, HubSpot sales and marketing. They give you a free version of it, and it can help you track your behavior on your website. So which pages they are visiting, how long they're staying, what is the sequence of visited pages, and which page they filled out the format, what exact form they filled it out, right? So this way, let's say I came from Facebook, I visited a specific page on a realtor's website, then I visited 3 more pages, and the 4th page I filled out the form. So if you're using this email tracking, you can find out that I came from Facebook. Not only that, each and everything I did on your website is getting tracked. Okay. Fourth, call tracking. Call tracking is like very interesting because like this is one thing that you have to spend money at it, but it's very cheap. Like you can buy numbers using the tools I've mentioned in the show notes, like call tracking matrix, call rail, literally for $2, $3, right? And let's say you have a billboard outside, you should have a tracking number. You're doing a radio campaign, you should have a tracking number. You have a direct mail campaign, you should have a tracking number. Now, like, because a lot of people might not even come on your website. They might just convert right away, right? Like they're just calling you, right? So if they're calling you, you have to make sure that you're tracking all these different sources. Maybe you had your vehicle wrapped and you end up spending $2,000 at it, right? You need to make sure that those $2,000 are worth it if you're just tracking it with $3 number. So make sure that wherever you're using your phone numbers, you have a different call tracking number, especially for different campaigns, right? So you know that what's happening, if it's working or if it's not working, right? Okay. Now, these were, all of them, like tracking tools, were for tracking the front end traffic, like how people get to your website, where they find you, how they consume your content, all about that. Now, the thing I'm going to talk about right now, it's about what happens on your own website and where our leaks are present. It's like having a weak salesperson online, in your team. You keep giving him leads and he doesn't convert, right? Okay, so that's like having a weak website. What does it do? Now, there are tools like Hotjar and a Crazy Egg, and there's a lot of them I mentioned in the show notes, which you can check it out. They can record session recordings, heat maps, scroll maps, and basically how people are reacting on the website, right? So it helps you establish certain trends, right? When you improve that and you keep tracking your front end traffic sources, now you know that, okay, I bring in 2,000 people on the website. Like right now I converted 5%, how can I convert at 7%? Because it's not just about bringing new people, it's also about juicing the lemon. It's about increasing your conversion rate more and more, because if you're just focus on bringing new people and you're still converting at 3%, 2%, 1%, what's the point of bringing in new people and spending so much money on your advertising or marketing? So make sure as much as you track your front end matrix, right, that the free tools I mentioned, also use the other free tools to track how people are reacting on your website, so you can make certain improvements. And you need to make sure that you don't have that lazy salesperson on your website who's basically costing you money. I'll get you in the next episode.
Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want to listen to previous episodes, go to rapidboostmarketing.com/grow. Again, I'll repeat that, rapidboostmarketing.com/grow. I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early with another business growth lesson. Have a good day. Take care. Bye-bye.